Now, many of the beginners or those that are just started their investing journey onto the stock market, they will complain, or they are always complaining about one thing, to say that every time they buy a share, it goes down. Every time they sell that share because they can't take it anymore, it goes up. Every time they hold that share and not buying nor selling, it just consolidates, which is something that obviously it's not good to see, especially for the beginners who were expecting, or who are at least expecting to double their money in a short space of time. I came on this video, ladies and gents, to tell you that if you are investing into the stock market, starting investing into the stock market is a long-term game. It's not something that you put money today and you get money tomorrow. It might take some time. It's just that what happens is, the part of the reason why, or the main reason why, you would see every time you buy a stock it goes down, or when you buy shares into a specific company the share price goes down immediately, is that you are buying when it's too late, right? I mean, I will tell you the truth, or I'll be honest, based on my experience, what I've seen. The moment you see quite a number of people talking about a certain stock or a certain company, so that it's a buy, or a certain asset class, chances are very high that it might be too late for you to buy. You are too late. Therefore, relax, don't buy, wait for opportunities, right? I mean, people will only talk about a stock or a company when it has surged to 100%, 200%, 300%. They will never share their excitement by just 10%, which therefore, seeing people obviously talking about the stock, or quite a number of people talking a lot about a stock or a certain stock, you must know that it is too late to jump in if you don't already own that stock, which is why you would then see the share price of that company dropping down immediately after you buy, because you are buying based on panicking. You are buying based on what you are hearing quite a number of people saying, which by that time you might find that it's already overpriced, it's already overvalued, which the market will have to readjust. So when you buy, the market now readjust the trends nicely and make that company or that stock to be in line with other companies in its industry, which is something that obviously you need to always have at the back of your minds, or something that you must remember when you're investing into the stock market, to say that every time you see quite a number of people, or a lot and lots of people talking about a certain stock, it might be too late to jump in. But vice versa, when you see quite a number of people not talking about a certain stock that you have done some due diligence and is doing so well, but the share price just keeps on going down, that is a sign to see that it's a perfect time to buy that stock. Yes, there are some of the stocks that people won't talk about them because they are going to bankruptcy, or they see they are not going anywhere. But if you have done some due diligence and you know that this company's revenue has been growing, this company profitability has been increasing, they have got quite a number of cash at hand, and this stock, yet the share price is going down, that is a very big sign to say that you should be buying that stock at that very moment. Because the fact that people are not talking about it, it means that not people are just looking into the price action and not seeing or not reading the fundamentals of that company, which are also very important. It's not just about the technical, it's not just about looking at the graph, but look at the developments that are coming or surrounding that company, that stock that you are searching or that you are thinking of buying. So same goes when people are talking a lot of about a certain company. It's not a good time to buy. If people are not talking about a certain company which fundamentally they're doing good, that is the best time to buy. Or if you are seeing people complaining, those that own, you see them complaining about that company, technical or share price, but you know fundamentally they are strong, that is the good time to buy. That is when I accumulate. This is one thing that I've learned. This is something that I have seen, to say that when you are seeing people talking about a lot about a certain company, buying, showing their screenshots of their gains, chances are very high that it's not a good time to buy that company, which is something that you need to have at the back of your mind. So when I saw this post, I thought, no, yeah, man, I should come and just maybe give guidance, give my thoughts onto this, which is something that you need to have at the back of your mind. The stock market, or investing in the stock market, it's a long-term game. It's a long-term shot. It's not something that you put money today, next month you have doubled your money. You might have to wait 5 years to double your money. Yes, there are instances where we see people doubling their money in a space of even a month, in a space of a year. But in most cases, for a company to double your money, it takes some time, because it means that that company will need to be putting a good show for investors to continue piling onto that company, which could be somewhere between a year, 5 years, or even 10 years, which is why when you're investing into the stock market, you need to have, of course, a long-term plan. You need to be in it for the longer term, because who knows, after 10 years, you might find that that company grows 5 times, which will be so incredible, so interesting if you have hold that company that long. Stock market is a place where you come in, you buy the companies, you relax for the long term. The money that you put in, it better not be the money that you want to use by this December. It better not be the money that you want to use by this June, because things might not go the way you want them to go in terms of the share price rising, meaning that you might not get the kind of money that you are projecting that you will get. Yes, there are people that sometimes buy companies and in 1 month they've doubled their money, but that is not something that takes place that often. It takes sometimes. It's those special cases with those companies that find themselves surging, rising 50%, 100%, or even 200%, which is something that it's always good to see that. But the trick when investing into the stock market is that when you are buying, you must buy a company that you are intending on holding for the long term. Long term is anything from 5 years going up. I don't think 3 years we can say it's long term. 5 years, to me, I think it's fair enough, man. That is long term, meaning that when you are buying companies, you must plan to hold them for the long term, unless you see massive growth in a short space of time, or before that 5 years. You can decide to trim, you can decide to sell and buy other companies, other stocks, which is also acceptable. But this thing of saying of you buying a company today and expect it to double your returns tomorrow, you hardly find that. You can't just find that into the stock market, which therefore you must be patient, you must remain long, you must just continue dollar cost averaging as you see the share price of that company that you have done due diligence on, and you know that it's a good long-term company. So yeah, man, it's important to do your own due diligence, but one thing for sure is that there is money to be made in the stock market if you are in it for the long game. There is money to be made. You can make money investing into the stock market, which you must have that at the back of your mind every time you are buying shares, you are investing into the stock market. There is money to be made, and there are people that are just living off the stock market, money they generate from investing in the stock market, which is always good and motivating to even me, who have been investing for quite some time. So yeah, man, just thought I'd give you this quick updates. Don't forget to hit the likes button, comment and subscribe, and once you subscribe, don't forget to hit or click that notification bell so that at least you get notified by YouTube every time I drop a new content. Otherwise, I'll see you in my next video, and God bless you all.